Hello gamers, how are you doing on this lovely, lovely day today? I am playing more Roottrees Are Dead. It's probably the worst intro I've done for this series. Hey look, we're doing great. Let's preface by saying that we're doing freaking phenomenal. It might be the finale, man. I don't want to say the F word too quickly, but it really might be the finale because we're kind of cruising right now. We're doing really well. Let's go over some things, okay? I prepare my notepad for the day. I've prepared nothing for this episode. I just got done reading some of your guys' comments on the last episode, which is kind of like my pre-game ritual before I start recording more. And a lot of you had some really great intel. Probably some of it a little spoilery, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But some really good intel, and mainly the piece that I want to bring up is there's a photo. This guy, okay, the campaign mailer. You guys tried to explain some of this to me, the intuition, which I didn't fully get. Is the reality. The intuition does go down as you find stuff. So this is really there's 5 things I'm supposed to get from this, which is crazy. Is crazy. I think I know where I want to go with that. I have a feeling that I've searched everything about Stephanie Jones, man. We've gone down a long route there. Well, we haven't looked up anything involving her husband, and I do wonder if there is something interesting going on there. And what I'm kind of curious about is how that's going to connect everybody. So I'm excited to explore. I believe his name's Brian Jones, right? Where are you? You are Stephanie. Yeah, you're married to Brian Jones. We haven't looked up Brian Jones at all, but I mean, he's here, so we should do some searches. We'll do some Butler County Times stuff there. The other one that you guys told me to pay attention to is the Free Spirits photo, okay? Yeah, I, completely ignored this. Completely ignored this. So on the back of the photo in childish print writing, it says November. So November Roottree is most likely you, right? Now, you look like you're holding... This is Gwyneth Madsen, right? Yeah, you look like you're holding Gwyneth Madsen's hand. But that really doesn't make any sense for November Roottree. You can't... I'm just gonna be very real with you. You can't marry a Roottree because you're genetically related to them. So I'm struggling with how you would be here. That makes me feel like that you are instead someone else's child. And I, to be fair, don't actually know. I don't actually know where you fit in. But we at least do know that you're November Roottree. I mean, you're a child during the Free Spirit, but this is, I mean, the Free Spirits, they're like in their 20s, right? 20s and 30s. You're already 6. So you're the child of the older of this generation. I mean, look, the reality is you have to fit in the tree. And there's really only one, there's 2 places you can go. You can go here, you can go here. Neither of those make any sense. So it could be Elias. As for the rest of the people in here, I have claimed every single person in here. So I'm not too concerned about a person. They wouldn't just have the... You know what I'm saying? I'm saying a lot of words. None of them making any sense. So just roll with it, okay? Let's start digging into Brian Jones for a little bit. it is still shocking to me there's two freaking rolling on down the city intuition things here. But who knows, okay? Who knows? I also don't know, like, how accurate some of it is. I'm assuming probably very, right? I'm assuming that, like, so the Clark situation, this probably is what leads us down the path to figuring out more about Chris Rafferty. Yeah, at some point we have to get something that gets his photo, is the reality. And it will be a photo of him and his wife, probably, just because they both have a photo. So I don't know. Let's start with Brian Jones and see where we can go with this. I'm gonna start with a search here. Brian Jones, famous athlete who broke a pole vaulting record in 1954. That's not gonna be the guy I'm looking for. Just gonna be real. Brian Jones, let's start searching in the periodical, probably here, okay? So Brian Jones, many advertisements over the years, as well as a small article from 1995 about Jones Graphic and Print. Okay. I would like to pull up my notepad. We're gonna grab a couple of things. This is the Brian Jones page. A guy who I did not think was important, even a little bit, but alas, here we are, is sometimes how things go. This article is a piece about Brian Jones taking over his father's print company. Seems to have not let it go to waste as a marketing opportunity during an interview portion. I've been in and out of that shop my whole life. My father taught me everything there is to know when it comes to getting the job done right and getting it done quick. We've been a printing staple of Butler County for years, and even the Butler County Times uses us for their coupon pages. Thanks, by the way. But still, whether you're a new client or one of our regulars, nothing will change. Come on down for the best bulk prices. Printing anywhere in the state of Pennsylvania, or search for us online and design the website myself. There is nothing else here for me to do but to search Jones Graphic and Print. So let's send that. Print company, according to its website, has existed in Butler County for some time. Website seems fancy, even has frames. The website lists all kinds of things. Okay. List the address, hours, and a few examples of clients. Stephanie Jones Campaign, Roottree Candy Company, Butler County, Miracle Network, Roottree Motors. Okay, Butler County School District, Butler Summer Theater. At the bottom it says we also do web design. Come on in and get a quote. Okay, well, I mean, this is lovely. We know all about Stephanie Jones. Roottree Candy Company, obviously we know a good chunk about. Let's do a search for Butler County real quick. It's the Roottree. Good enough. We know all about you. Holiday lights? Light post? Is this a thing? Don't know. We can honestly, let's... Periodicals. Holiday. Holiday lights. Holiday lights. Holiday... light post. Okay, fair enough. Probably none of this really all that important. This is the piece we need to go down. You find a hit for Roottree Motors on the Jones Graphic and Print website. You don't find any trace as a local business. They may be elsewhere. Okay. It's fine. We will give them a search in here. Roottree Motors. That's good stuff. Ad for Roottree Motors. Seems Roottree Motors used to be called Wilkins Motors. Ad for Roottree Motors has run in every week's Butler County Times for many years, but recently has been changed to include a picture. 3 different unique versions of the ad. Okay, sure, man. Nothing for Wilkins Motors. Let's search Wilkins Motors in here. Roottree Motors used to be Wilkins Motors. Okay, very good. Keep up the good work, Tyler. Keep up the good work. What else we got? Butler County School. Please go back. What did I do? I disconnected from the internet, man. That is not what we wanted to do, my friends. Incorrect. Very incorrect. I'm connected. Please let me back in. Okay. Butler County School District. Quick spider search. Nothing. Periodicals. Butler County School District. It's not how you spell district, by the way. Also nothing. We could search just school district. Still nothing. Okay. There might be, I mean, it might be some other something else with this. The Butler Summer Theater. Now that feels like an important one to look up. So let's do that real quick. Performs plays and musicals during the summer. That makes sense. As it's not summer currently, your website has a thank you message. Thank you for making our 1998 season such a success. Stay tuned for more. Website lists the credits of a musical, which seems to be the final show they performed. There's a cast list, none of the names seem relevant. Posters and additional set design elements by Jones Graphic and Print. Choreography by November Studios, a local dance school. How very interesting. Okay. November, we have figured out what you do now. We know what you do now. Let's Butler County Times, November Studios. Instead of November Studios, maybe they should have called this place No Mention Studios, because you don't find any information about anywhere. Nice thought, though. It's kind of rude. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a little rude. And Jones Graphic and Print, we don't got much with. Okay, how about let's search up Children of Eden. Musical with songs by Steven Schwartz. A game designer by the name of Jeremy Johnston really likes it. Realized that it could kind of fit timeline-wise with the game he was making and decided to use it instead of something fake. As kind of an Easter egg. You don't need to check it out, but if you do, I like the songs The Hardest Part of Love and Lost in the Wilderness. If you haven't already, you should hit the back button, go back to Jones Graphic and Print, and instead of searching for Children of the Eden, you should probably search for whoever was performing it. Okay. Interesting. Can I? To be honest, can we periodicals, Butler County Times, Children of Eden? That was the name of this thing, right? Children of Eden. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm trying to jump the gun, get a lot of evidence. Let's take a look at Roottree Motors, man. So, Roottree Motors ad that ran from 1974 to 1977. Wilkins Motors, still the same family business, has joined the Roottree family. Funny noises, need new oil, come on down, we'll fix her up. Okay, so Roottree Motors, new name, but we promise we're still the same family business. All that's different is we've joined a sweeter family. So who started Roottree Motors? This feels like an Elias Jr. Elias M kind of vibe. And then I'm gonna be real with you. November Roottree, you're really starting to look like you might be here, man. Because if you ended up, well, Brian Jones was working for November Studios. The thing is that Stephanie Landon is technically in the same age range as the rest of these kids, man. We have to keep in mind that the generations get a little wonky in here. So I feel like it does make some sense for November Roottree to be here. And I think that the reality is that you're a dancer, right? We don't have enough people to have that lock in. I need 4 people to do it, so just ignore it for now. Now, Wilkins, I need to do a quick rundown on Catherine Wilkins. Okay. I'm just gonna, humor this. Catherine Wilkins potentially being the spouse of Elias. If he's a mechanic, he probably got his job at Wilkins Motors, or whatever this place is, and then the name changed when Catherine Wilkins, who owned Wilkins Motors, potentially just due to the family, they joined with the Roottrees, something. There's more ads, so let's look at those. Ran from 1977 to 1995. Your local family mechanic servicing the entire Pittsburgh area. Funny noises, need new oil. I mean, this is not that different. Did something change with the phone number? 555 fix her up? Okay, I'll humor it. Okay, I'll humor it. 555 fix her up. I mean, I guess there's a dash here. And then, I mean, if we really want to be pedantic, we would do something like this. Okay, how about give me the Butler County Times? Okay, so maybe that's not important. What else? Like this is effectively the same. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell did that say on the top? The blank crooner will get, the gooner will get you there? Who's getting me there? Okay. I don't know. And then the final one. Tessa Roottree, our newest fixer. All there is to learn about cars from her Roottree Motors parents. It's not November. Okay, this is good. Tessa Roottree, their newest fixer, family business. I mean, this is an important lane to go down because you are Tessa Roottree, also a mechanic, learning from your parents, Catherine Wilkins and Elias M. Roottree. Good, very good. That does now, technically speaking, that does make you November Roottree, okay? And it does make you that, and it does make you a dancer later in life. The only thing that I'm really struggling with is you could be there if you're the only okay, but Edward. No, this makes total sense, man. This makes total sense because Edward is this photo. So November would be a kid at this time because he was the youngest of the Clancy kids. I feel good about that, actually. I really do. So November Roottree as a dancer right here, I think that makes logical sense. So 1, 2, 3. Theoretically, you're not a doctor. So who are you? I did see somebody mention that he could be military. I didn't think that was ever correct because they went into academia, man. We know that from a different lane. I mean, you're probably not a news anchor. Manufacturing, you're not a lawyer. You are probably not, we know you're not a doctor. Unless something else is incorrect in here. Author, artist, architect, following after your uncle? He was in advertising. Okay, I'm gonna tell you I never picked up on that. But that's fine. But that's good because we locked a lot of stuff here. Clark, you finally have been locked, my friend. It's a very exciting day for us. Okay, that's good. I am going to be 100% real with you guys. I actually don't think I ever would have gotten this without your guys' help. I'm not sure I would have ever picked up on the fact that November... I thought that everybody was telling me, by the way, that I was just not reading this. I 100% thought that this was just the date the photo was taken. Because people do that all the time, man. I know that a lot of you don't know a world without a freaking cell phone to take your photos, but when you took a photo with a camera and you got the photos printed, you wrote the date on the back of it. So it made a lot of sense to write November on the back of it. But it's fine. I guess it's implying that all of the signatures were on the back of it. So then November makes sense in childish print writing. Okay, look, I can't read. It's fine. It's fine. We know this. This is all part of the fun of the game. Okay, good. This is very good. Holy crap, brother. We're down to nothing. we have nothing. The intuition has gone down to nothing. So that's exciting. Okay. So WRTD. Theoretically, there's a thing. So the Roottree curse. This was another thing we did not look into. Let's look into this. Oh, here we go. Here we frickin' go. Long, rambly conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background that says the Rootrees are cursed. Important update with Carl and Brenda and their girls. That makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Roottree company have died mysteriously. They say Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? Now, just this week, Carl died in the plane crash. This cannot be a coincidence. There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5 pieces wrapper, it creates a Mayan ruby skull. A secret message meant to subliminally scare people away. The post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4 corner simultaneous 4-day time cubes. What are we talking about, my guy? An entry from a few months ago claims the owner of the site received an email from Chris Rafferty. Okay, yeah. Asking him to take down his site with faked proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. Owner claims that although the proof looks quite credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. That's Chris Rafferty's job. I have no idea what the frick expert at creating fake evidence comes into as a media mogul. I don't know, maybe advertising, who knows. First entry is from 1996, has a blurry picture of the Roottree Candy Company factory, seemingly taken by the website's author from behind a fence and through some trees. It seems that Operation Roottree 29 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land on February 29th, 1996, and the website footer says all images and ideas by Thomas Overwood. Holy frick. Okay, I can understand why this has had a 6 on it. I also, anybody that commented, Tyler, you should probably look at that big old red exclamation point on this one, and I went, don't worry, it's just the lore. Guess what? I'm once again stupid. You're very smart. We're used to this, okay? Let's start with this. Few conspiracy websites that claim the Mayan ruby skull is a symbol of death. Alleged proof is a blurry photo of a reddish shape that is supposedly a cave painting from South America. According to legend, discovered beneath the painting were bones from hundreds of different people and animals. One site also mentions the photographer who took the picture died when their boat capsized after crashing into a skull-shaped rock. Amongst the spinning skull gifts, you find no sources or verifiable details to back up the photos or claims. Okay, you're useless, unfortunately. That said, the 5 pieces wrapper, I am curious about, because we have the wrapper. So if you connect, what are we connecting, brother? I don't feel. See, you still claim that there's something I need in this. Did we just search elderberry in here? Because that's something we could also do. I have no idea what the hell this means. So let's give that a search. Nothing relevant. Wait, you begin to read the site and come to the conclusion that the words "no relevant results" isn't a strong enough description for what you're seeing. It's a massive column of technical terms that aren't real and confusing rants you can't find any meaning in. Regardless, it won't help your search. Okay. This is important. Yeah. Installing pixpop.exe. Did I just get hacked? Oh, wait a minute. I just got a billion things, man. Okay. You find a simple page called The Art of Rafferty, copyright 1997 on Prodigy, that lists the author's email address as chrisraff75@prodigy.us. Below, a bunch of GIFs that say under construction. There are a few art pieces. The first is a painting captioned, "Me and my fiance Lulu," a painting I did for my first year of college that I planned to give her when we got married in May. Go Tartans. There's an odd collage called Cousins, which seems to be made of 3 scrambled images. The accompanying artist statement says, "We had to create a piece of art about our family. I asked as many of my extended family of cousins for their pictures as I could. Even some I've never met. Only a few got back to me, and my teacher said I wasn't allowed to use pictures of Raina, Riley, or Rose." There's something so funny about that to me. The teacher being like, "Chris, you're not allowed to use your famous cousins, okay? You can use anybody else, but you can't use your famous cousin." I would have given him the finger, man. I would have been like, shut up, man. They're my family. Anyway, this includes Davy, he swims for UConn, and Bethany's yearbook picture. She's Davy's younger sister, and Stephanie, who is an only child. Okay. You, Davy and Bethany, you're going to be these two. Yeah, Davy and Bethany. Beautiful. I love that. That checks out. So we'll have the photos for them. Bethany is Davy's younger sister. Beautiful. Chris's artwork has been added to your evidence, but the cousin's photo will need to be unscrambled before you can use them. Okay. You've downloaded a new application, PixPop, to edit the photos. Here we frickin' go. Here we frickin' go. Okay, so me and my fiance Lulu, you're an artist, I guess. Which you're a digital artist, I think is potentially that's not as important, but you're an artist. And you're married to a Lulu, Luisa Garcia. Okay. Lulu it is. Still don't know what your one intuition here is. I will tell you that I kind of wish I played this game without the intuition, and I did buy this game for my girlfriend in the last 24 hours because she enjoys stalking people on the internet, and I was like, you would love this, and I'm going to tell her to turn off intuition when she plays, because she will enjoy it a lot more. It does give away a lot, actually. It points you in the right direction. I think that the struggle is more fun. It's basically me being like, you should be sad while you play this. Anyway, Chris Rafferty. This is going to immediately... No, it's not going to lock people in. We just lock people in. You're Louisa, okay. And then... Oh, brother, we're actually about to just get it all. Because we're out of people, is the reality. So let's get the evidence. Here's our messed up photo. Oh, this is a mess, brother. Holy crap. Chris Rafferty's cousins, Bethany, Davy, and Stephanie. Perhaps you can extract them using an application on your PC. Let's frickin' do it, man. PixPop me the hell up. So cousin zoomed.jpg. Zoom with your mouse or left wheel to do stuff. Yep, okay. Yeah, this seems very, very reasonable. I'm sure that this is going to work great for me. Just like, I mean, that looks pretty good. Okay, that looks pretty good. One more zoom, and yeah, sure, we'll go to there. Yeah, that looks nice. And then get your arm all figured out. Get this up to there. Come on, brother. I've played puzzle games that have more interesting puzzles than this. Okay, this goes out to here. You're like here-ish. Dicho di tomai is dichotomy anyway. And you're... There we go. Okay. Cousin portrait.jpg. Lovely. Close you real quick. Cousin rotated. Okay. You're here. You're there. You're there. Rotate you to there. It's very satisfying clicking. I am going to give you that. You're currently in middle school in this photo, which is good to know. Rotate you to there. And then to here. One to there. What is off about you? It's this. You're upside down. Okay, very good. And then one more in PixPop, please. It's Cousin Slice. Slide the photo back into place. Oh, here we go. Why is this one, like, kind of frick, though? So we know that's your head. This is horrible. I hate this. Can I... How do I... Okay, I really don't like you. I really don't like you. Let's bring that down. Bring that over. Bring that down. That over. That up. That down. Over. Up. Down. To here. Over. Up. Your head goes there, except I need you to bring this over. Bring this down. Bring this over. Bring this up. I'm going to lose my mind, man. This one's horrible. Okay, let's... How do I do this more effectively? This is the other part of your face. Let's bring that all the way up to here. To then go over to here. Bring you down. I gotta bring you over. How the hell do I bring you back in, though, my guy? Over to there. Okay, there's that. That's your arm. So let's bring all of this up, this over, all of this down. And then this up, over, and down. Except now your hand is here too. Let's bring all of this up. I know, the hint bubble is there. Don't think too long and hard about it. Yeah, brother, you're getting there. That's part of your hand. This is part of your body. Yep. This is the other part of your body. So let's move this over, up, this over, down. I need to get this out of there, move this back, move this up. Except I can't move that up, I gotta move that this way. Except you're already in place. It's hell, brother, it's hell. This to here. This over. So it's like the worst slide puzzle you've ever done, man. You did not click on this video today and go, I know, he's gonna spend 20 minutes doing a slide puzzle, man. What can I say? The root trees are dead. I killed them. Okay, this has to go. I don't know why my brain can't process moving these correctly. I need to move all of these this way to then move this over. Send these once more, because then this has to go up and then that can go over. And then if we bring you back around, except this is also now I gotta get your hand into the right position. Because your head is correct. And your body is correct. But your hand is not correct. Your arm is close to correct. So let's move. That has to go there. Yeah, I know what you're saying, okay? I can read it from here. Obviously, this is incorrect, brother. I gotta move this down. I gotta get you in here instead. Okay. And then I guess this will slide there. So let's slide all of these down for right now. And then that would put this here. Slide this up, this up, this up. Well, hold on. Bring you back down, I guess. Because I need to be able to slide you into there. So then slide this all the way up, this all the way up, this all the way up. Slide you to there, this all the way up. And then I don't actually know where these go. You probably slide right there. So let's this down, this down, this down. This slides to there, and then you slide down, and then this goes on that side. So then this goes up, this goes up, this goes up. You go to there, this goes up. Holy crap, brother. I hated that. I hated that so damn much. Okay. It's good. It's good. You are one of the cousins. You are another cousin. You have to be Stephanie, I think. You look just like your mom, to be honest. Caroline-ish. I don't know. You're definitely David Kellogg. I'm gonna guess that you're a pro athlete. You do sports, maybe. I think that that's probably a huge guess, but do we know anything else about them? Like, now that I think about it, I don't think that we had any knowledge here. He swims for UConn. So he's not a pro athlete. He's in college, man. That makes you probably K through 12. And then you're just the last person, man. So who did you marry? Oh my god, wait a minute. You're Stephanie Cattrall. Because you don't have another photo, man. Yeah, okay. So then you married a Cattrall, Sam. You're Stephanie Cattrall. You're a middle schooler, and this is your photo. That didn't lock. That didn't lock. Really? I'm shocked. You're Stephanie. You're Davey. In college. When was this? Hold on. Because the cousins. This is 1997, man. This is recent for sure. I mean, that really feels like you are in college for art, man. Is there like a digital... You're not really interior design. You're not really... Well, you're in college. You're not an artist yet. You're in college. You're doing a school assignment, dummy. Okay. That feels good. That feels great. So they're all locked, man. We're locked in. There's Louisa. There's Sam. Got the whole damn board. I'm kind of shocked, to be honest with you. But we have done it.
Genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations. I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
Okay. I don't know. Yeah, who is EC? It's like a really good question, to be honest with you. I know for a fact it's this guy. But I don't have any clue who you are. You have to be EC. EC. And you're a guardian by adoption or other, and the 5 pieces ad is the only thing we have here. EC. Well, so elderberry is you're another illegitimate child, right? Is that what there's 5 flavors because the original inventor had 5 kids, but you didn't have 5 kids. You had 6 kids. You had EC, which is I have no idea. I gotta reread about EC, man. It's in Lauren's book, right? It's in here somewhere. I'm not too concerned about, stuff that we don't have to do. But I do very vaguely remember. It's all about this, yeah. Yeah. Sam working alongside the farmhands, EC and John, when he used to work past the old Anderson farm. but we don't necessarily know who you are. EC. I mean, the reality is that Elias makes sense here. Because everybody is freaking named Elias. So could you be Elias C. Roottrees? I have no idea who you married, though. It's like, realistically, you married... So you guys adopted Samantha. I guess we do know that, right? So go back to Samantha. This is in part 2 of the book. Where's the scandal? Because Samantha Roottrees, she was helping run the farm. Sam was the illegitimate daughter of Elias Jr. and Patricia. Elias hid her away with a local farmhand known as EC. EC. I'm missing something, gamers. I'm missing something. And then this was Patsy. Should have never been part of the trust. EC. It doesn't make sense for you to be Elias C. You'd be Elias the Third, man. I know that's you. I took the photo of you a long time ago, and I was like, that's your ass, man. I knew it all along. That means that you are... I don't know who you are. Helen Lennon. And you are April Quaritch. Definitely missed some lane for those, for sure. And then we definitely know that these are both Clark Rafferty. I'm out here filling in other things that I really don't need to fill in. Who are you, brother? I guess we can try to... So periodicals, Butler County Times, EC. There are the catch-alls. Here you go. That's the only C that we've had. Butler County Times has had consistent ads for tours, demonstrations at the first Anderson Maple Farm for a very long time. Farm appears very often. Seems that twice each summer, the Roottree Candy Company's current head of farming, Mrs. Cattrall, returns to Butler County to demonstrate how 5 pieces were made at the beginning, provides free samples. They cost quite a lot to attend and sell out every time. Butler County Times recommends getting tickets the moment they go on sale. Okay, I was curious. The fact that the Cattralls are through this entire... Like, you marry a Cattrall, you're a freaking farmer. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. You end up marrying... This is a Cattrall, man. You're a Cattrall. That's what EC is you're an E Cattrall. First Anderson Maple Farm. Search me. You are important. You've got to be important. You have to be. I regret to inform you, you must be important. First Anderson Maple Farm, few pictures. Gwyneth. Before Elias took over the farm, only produced syrup. Maple, inherent Anderson Maple Farm. Anderson Maple Farm. We've already searched this, okay? Already searched this. Bring me back to the periodicals. Just give me an Anderson Maple Farm. Okay, Mrs. Cattrall. Mrs. Cattrall. Just the Cattrall name. How about E. Cattrall? Nothing. Who are the Cattralls, man? They're not gonna be in anything else. There's something we need here, man. Something we need here. Because we're piecing together, you definitely you're a Catrall. Well, you're a Roottree, but you got adopted by the Catralls, which then when Gwyneth was a kid, she also probably hung around with Sam Catrall, who was your guys' son. So you're Mrs. Catrall. I don't know what other thing to go off of here, and you're E. Catrall. But your name has got to be able to be found somewhere. It has to be. I'm missing something. Not the Raffertys. Or Raffertys, whatever your name is. Butler County Times that consistent ads for tours. Maple Farm. How about just like farming? Tours. Mrs. Catrall, current head of farming. Roottree Candy Company, farming. How about have we searched for the 5 pieces in here? They flood the results. 5 pieces maple. 5 pieces Catrall. 5 pieces farming. If I knew your name, we could get more. Sam Catrall. We haven't searched Sam Catrall. Does that get me anywhere? Sam Catrall. Just the Catrall name. Catrall Farming. Maple Farm. I'm so confident this is right, but I just don't know the search term to find it, man. Farm produce only syrup. This is so early on at the beginning that it doesn't feel like that's important here. Take me back to the book. Local farmhand known as EC. It's the only other time we ever had EC mentioned, man. Sam was a Roottree. Spitting image of Patsy. Samantha Roottree. Here you go. I never met EC in person. Pop once referred to him a confirmed bachelor. Sam had to grow up in a house with him and his roommate, Mr. Miller. And they were roommates. Hold on. Hold on. They adopted. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. Mr. Miller. Only one thing to do. Search the Butler County Times for Mr. Miller. Okay, unfortunate. I don't know where to go from there. Samantha? She ain't gonna be in here. This is Mr. Miller. I don't know. I have no idea, okay? I have no idea. I know I'm close. I have some of the knowledge. You're probably like, just hit the button, Tyler. I never met EC in person, but Pop once referred to him as a confirmed bachelor. Yeah, he's gay. We get it. We understand EC is gay. And the roommate is Mr. Miller. And they adopted Samantha. Samantha grew up as she's the illegitimate daughter of Elias and Patricia. Yeah, I mean, I understand. I understand. Confirmed bachelor. He will never marry a woman because he's gay. I get it. I get it. But then if you're a Catrall, then how did Sam spawn? Unless Sam was just adopted by them. The problem is we don't know a Miller. Like, Miller is just not in here. Elias Catrall. Ernest. Hold on. Ernest Catrall. They all use the same names, man. Well, but Ernest Madsen married into this family, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. Elias. Edward is another pretty common name across all these people. Edward Cattrall. Evan Cattrall. And we don't know any other Millers. What about that list of names from the beginning? Any Millers on here? No Millers. No Cattralls except Sam. Alright, I'm tossing in the towel. I don't know. I'm ready. I'm ready to lock in. I'm close, okay? But first, here's the final optional entries you found. April Quaritch, Helen Lennon. Good guess. There's Clark. We've got him. You did it. Family tree complete. I filled in the entire thing. Congratulations. I got a Steam achievement. I can feel good about that. Booyah. Hello. This is Samantha for sure.
So, you had guesses for both EC and his partner John?
John Miller. John Miller. There you go. I have no idea who you are.
That's what we were here to determine.
Really?
I'm Sam Madsen, though you know me as Samantha Roottrees.
Yep.
Yep. I got old.
Sure did.
The only picture you have of me is from 40 years ago.
Okay.
My book tells the truth about Elias, the 5 pieces, and my parents.
I'm shocked.
Not my biological parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers.
Oh.
Edward Clancy Roottree and John Miller.
I see. I see.
By now, you've either read Lauren's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser.
Definitely.
Lauren was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning. My father, Edward Clancy, was a great man. But his identical twin Clancy and his father, Elias, were not.
Okay. I have to real quick. You're telling me that they named the twins Clancy Edward and Edward Clancy? I am not trying to be rude. They should be killed. that is atrocious.
At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand.
Yeah, I picked up on all this,
He
man.
wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed. Having one in the family was unthinkable.
Yep.
The same year, I was born. A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They
Cram 'em all
tried
together.
To erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 pieces.
He's
flavor.
elderberry.
His
I
name was
totally
even a dirty
I
word.
picked up all
He
this.
became EC.
Yep. I get it. Cinnamon CE is for cinnamon extract. Okay.
We were sent to the farm, and the 5 pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary. Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine. except without the beard.
Gotcha.
While the 5 pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work.
Yep.
It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all.
I've found him,
There
man.
he is in the background. The 6th 5-piece.
I found him.
Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom, from a life she deemed unworthy. Elias relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance. They knew I'd help my father. At Elias's will reading, I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 pieces. My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat, and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president. But due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy, a real Roottrees. He nearly ruined the company. When Ernie took over, he saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions.
I always liked Ernie.
Ernie earned about $36. They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point. Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy. Until I started to look into the other dirty laundry.
Yep.
Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock. That sounded familiar. The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future. His entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart. My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the Trust, as anyone else. The Clancid Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight, thanks to you. As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future. I appreciate what you've done for me. The tree wasn't easy, and proving who EC was will be an uphill battle. That's what we were here to find out. If I can find my way into the trust,
What the
my
frick?
share belongs to you. Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete. Unless a whole lot more Roottrees somehow appear from thin air. This is the last time I'll come knocking. Thanks again, and so long.
Incredible. For the record, oh, dude, absolutely. Thank you for finishing with this. I do kind of think they're all still insane. And that kind of includes Samantha, okay? I'm not trying to be that guy, but she's also a little bit insane. She also, it's kind of like, again, it's the Am I the Asshole on Reddit, right? This is kind of still an everybody sucks here, but Samantha's like an everybody sucks and you're allowed to suck, I think. Because they did do her dirty in the end. But she's also doing a lot of this just to get her kids and grandkids part of the trust that she thinks should be destroyed. So it's a little hypocritical, Samantha. I understand that you don't want any of the money. You just want your kids and your grandkids to have the money, which is very honorable. And you're paying me the money, which I guess I should be happy about. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, what a game, to be honest with you. I really, really enjoyed this. I know that it's not the kind of thing that I typically would cover on this channel. And I know that now Roottree Mania is... Apparently, this is a whole new ball game, man. I kind of want to see it, to be honest with you, because I have a feeling that it's just like, holy shit. Okay, yeah, there's a lot more here to unpack and figure out. Who are you? Oh, who are you, man?
Probably not who you expected to be knocking.
Not you, man. Of all of the people. Not you, man.
You've done well staying anonymous. It took us a while to track you down. A lot has happened in the last year.
It could have been anyone. It had to be Clark. It had to be Clark.
I never wanted
Amazing.
the president.
Oh my God, he's the president.
My mother's deteriorating
I can't. I can't.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm
so
rambling.
funny. That is so
I'm not
freaking
here
funny.
for sympathy. I'm here because part of the fallout of Sam's book is that everyone's coming out of the woodwork.
Yep.
Now that it's public knowledge, the Clancid Trust covers any Roottree despite their history with us. A lot of potential.
Yes, man.
surface.
Yes.
You may have seen that man on the cover of News Time. That was a disaster for us. And then Miracle went and made it all about himself.
As he does. As he
Long and
does.
short of it is, a lot of potential cousins just showed up. Sam's helping some of them, but she's not really going about it
They
the right
all
way.
suck, man. They all
She's not
suck.
taking calls from anyone in the family. I let it slip through a mutual friend that I found you, and I was stopping in. It's manipulative, but I'm hoping she'll reach out to you. You can let her know I'm on her side. In the meantime, if you're willing, I can share our files with you. Pass them along to Sam if she reaches out. I'm genuinely hoping she'll realize I'm an ally. Feel free to do your own research. I've been told you enjoy things like this. To each their own.
It's actually incredible. I love it, to be honest with you. This is, it's a lot of game again, man. And apparently, possible infidelity 3? What are we doing, man? Okay, I love it. I do love it, to be honest. Oh my god, there's so many illegitimate children. What the frick? Okay, this is the family is clinical. This is this game mode. In my heart of hearts, I'll be the one to tell you. In my heart of hearts, I would love to do this. For the purposes of me being intelligent as a content creator on my channel, I am not gonna do it, okay? What I may do, here's what I can potentially promise you, is every year in December, I do a charity event where I raise money for Extra Life Charity, and we have some charity goals, and I tend to do throwbacks to previous series. Maybe this is a good opportunity to do like a long live stream where we do this. Something like that. I don't think that it's fit for me to continue to do Roottree Mania on YouTube in the episodic format, but I do want to give a massive thank you to everybody that has stuck around and watched to here. I had a lot of fun with this one. I think this game is a banger. It's probably going to be very high in my ranking at the end of the year, where I do like top 10 games that I played this year. I had a blast with this one, and I think it was a fun series, and I appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in Silksong. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.